Alright, just going over it now. That's the plug. So we're on the fraction 2 rich. So fixing that up. Dialed the cams in. And so I did that. When I went down the back here though, to have a look at the coupler, the engine mount had dropped, so I got to shim it up. You put these shims underneath the engine mounts. So now, don't know if you see it, it's got movement. It's got movement like that. That's good. Do it again. So it's moving freely. The rubber moves freely. There's a gap around it, so I checked that out. Yeah, so I run this dowel. I think it's 16mm. Always stick it down here, push the chain away if you need to, but I go 6 foul, usually 6 foul to 9 foul they recommend on the intake, and on the exhaust they go somewhere around 9 to 13 or 9 to 12 foul. So before I could never get to this section because of that plate, so I've fiberglassed a new section and it all sits back and get in here. Not the tightest engine bay. That's my cooling system. So they got restrictors in them. I think it's got like a 2mm. The last one's got no restrictor. They run about, well, in winter about 52 degrees, in summer about 60 degrees, 65 degrees. So it's got a restrictor in there, a restrictor in this one coming up to it that comes from a works plate. This is just to get rid of air in the cylinder head, and that goes out the side of the hull on the other side. And the same with up here. I put another bleeder in here just to get air out, and that goes to the exhaust. It's mainly just to let me know that the exhaust is getting water, like goes into it. So I run the pipe out of here, goes around to the works cooling, and I've got the T-piece onto it, and that goes out the back onto the basket, what you can buy for the works extra cooling to the plate there. That goes through, comes up to that T-piece, up to here. Any questions, look, hit me up, but this is the way to get air out of the cylinder head. So if it's running too hot, obviously you've got to go a bigger restrictor in there. This is just stop the head from cracking, because you're getting air pockets in. Plus, see how this hose is raised coming out the back of the thermostat? It's above the head, so down here there's no air in there because I'm bleeding it all out and I got that hose high. You need to put this hose high. Alright, it doesn't have to be that high. Level with the back of the, just the top of here, the base of here. If it's too high, it won't flow, but that's just to help get air out of the cylinder head. Just stuff I work on, trying to make it reliable, faster. It's going faster. Ran 121 the other day, hit 122 kilometers an hour. Look, in winter it goes slower, but today I'll be going out and testing again. But the mount was out. I ran 119, and that's with my smaller impeller because the water here is getting cold. It's 17 degrees, so it's slowing down here. And on an NA you do run slower in winter. The water becomes thicker like oil. Oil's cold, won't flow. In a supercharged ski you make more power with the intercooler, so you overcome the resistance of the cold water, so you go faster. And only a supercharged ski will go quicker in winter. So that's a myth that NAs go quicker in winter. That's just utter garbage. Anyway, I usually lose about 3 kilometers an hour, so 119 down the river, not salt water, fresh. So that's about right. So anyway, thanks for watching. Any questions, hit me up.